Here's how I'm scaling my growth partner agency from 0 to 7 figures. Now, for context, I used to run a short form content / SMMA hybrid personal brand growth marketing agency and got that up to about 10K, and it was fine, but eventually I decided that I want to go much bigger than 10K, and I figured that the vehicle that I wanted to get there would have to change in order to get me there quicker. And so I decided to partner up with Andreas to start and scale a new growth partner agency from 0 all the way to 7 figures. And today I want to share with you what my day-to-day looks like and exactly what our plan is to make that happen. Now, let's talk about the day-to-day, and then we'll talk about what our plan is. So for context, for day-to-day, what my days look like is I usually wake up, and this heavily depends because I want to sleep 9 hours every single night to get a good sleep, anywhere from 7 to 9. Okay, I wake up, and the first thing I have started doing is getting right to work. I get right, my bed's right here. I get up within the first 10 seconds of waking, I'm at work. And this is a change I've made recently from a guy, Ryan Doris, who is the co-founder of Flow Research Collective, who talks a lot about how to unlock flow state at will. I highly recommend that you guys go check him out because he is amazing. He has completely changed the way I've been able to unlock flow and work way more productively while working less hours. Anyways, so when I get at my desk, the first thing that I do is I grab my notebook, and the day before I write down every single thing that I have to do. Every single thing that I have to do, I write down on this piece of paper. And then for the next 1 to 3 hours, I go into deep work. I don't talk to anybody. I don't open Discord. I just sit here and do deep work for the next 1 to 3 hours and bang out every single one of these tasks. And I'll show you what these tasks are, at least for today, what they are, right? Now, for context, they'll differentiate every single day because every single day is different. But for today, here's what I gotta do. I gotta schedule in my podcast. I have to launch the podcast. Okay, so I got to meet with the setter team, and then I got to meet with the back-end fulfillment team to get the podcast ready to launch today. I'm going to make 2 long-form pieces of content for my agency. I got to film this video that I'm filming now, film GP video, growth partner video, and then I'm going to film, create content ideas, plan out the entire marketing, marketing strategy that we're going to use going forward. Had to take 1 call this morning, and then have a team check-in later today. These aren't things I'm doing in the morning, but I still wrote them down. Have a team check-in later today, role play with the sales team, and a couple of other little nitty-gritty things that you got to do to make sure the business runs. So that's kind of what I do in the morning. That's what I had to do today. I've knocked off most of those tasks except for the meeting ones because I just finished my work block. I then went and I had a shower. I did a quick little workout, had my coffee, and then now I'm here filming these videos, taking meetings for the rest of the day. Now, that is kind of what my day looks like, and then anything after 1 p.m. is essentially basically just meetings, filming content, meetings, filming content, and kind of rebuilding stuff that needs to be rebuilt. So that's kind of what my day-to-day looks like. And then I go to bed anywhere, or I stop working anywhere from 4 to 11 p.m. I know it sounds fucking ridiculous, but it depends on what's got to get done. If there's shit that got to get done, you got to get it done. Alrighty? So that's kind of what that looks like. Now, in terms of plan, how does our plan look like to scale this thing? Well, the first thing is we have to figure out what is the ultimate goal, right? Because one of the things that I found myself doing wrong is like we're just trying to figure out how can we get clients quickly. But like getting clients quickly is great, but is that the ultimate goal? Well, kind of. Not really. The ultimate goal is to scale to 7 figures. What is the quickest way to scale to 7 figures? Well, we want to be charging X price with X amount of clients doing this. Okay, so should we focus more on perhaps the sales and marketing of our company, or closing a few shitty clients on a couple $1,000s? You can answer that question yourself, but we've taken the approach of it seems more valuable to us to start building up our brand, building up our trust, building up our name, start to dial in our sales process, start to dial in the marketing, start to figure out the entire but the back-end components that need to make the business work in order to streamline the process to 7 figures. Because I don't want to get to 100K and then 100K in 1 month and then 1 million in 1 year. I'd rather get to 1 million in 3 months. But that means not getting to 100K until maybe day 82. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's taking this longer term, longer view approach on, hey, we might not get the small result quickly, but we'll get the big result quicker. And so that's the concept and the approach we're taking to, we want to scale the fuck out of this thing. And so we got to do things a little differently than if we were just scaling a 6-figure agency. And so right now we have a team of 3 sales guys, 3 sales guys, 3 creative content directors. So they're basically helping us with the entire front end marketing when it comes to brand building, podcast, any type of content. They are the creative director in that head. The sales guys, they are just exactly what they sound, sales guys, and so we've got a team for that. And then we also have a team of setters. However, as of right now, we have paused our setter team just temporarily to kind of dial in the other 2 sectors or pillars of our business. And so that's kind of what our approach looks like now. For acquisition, we are only cold calling at this moment in time. Eventually we are going to run ads, but we want to make sure that we have a solid case study and a solid understanding of our entire sales process and back-end fulfillment before we start to run ads, so we don't fuck ourselves over and blow ourselves up, because longevity is everything in this thing. And when you're the only one, or when me and Andres are the only one that are fucking here, we don't have 8 other partners on this thing, all right? We want to make sure that shit is dialed so we don't fuck ourselves over and wake up with 800 fires burning, alrighty? So that is kind of the reasoning behind that. Maybe my reasoning is wrong, but so what? I'm the one building the business, so if it's wrong, then so what? I figure it out. If it's right, then good for me, alrighty? We will run ads later, obviously, to get clients, because it is a much more leveraged and compoundable way to get clients, and the people just tend to be higher quality than from a cold call. Which, that being said, we've recently had some issues with low quality leads, and so I made a video on 5 ways to increase the quality of your leads, which is what we applied to start getting higher quality leads. So you can go check that out. It's the last video I just posted on my YouTube channel, alrighty? But that is kind of the thought process behind scaling this thing, right? Is like, our goal for right now, I'll tell you our goal, right? Our plan is to essentially sign on, just like, I guess you could almost call them, 2 guinea pigs, or 1 to 4 guinea pigs. But here's the thing, is we are not trying to sign on just anybody. We want to find somebody who's as committed to growth as we are, so we can work with them and build out systems that actually work and tweak and optimize them as we go and scale the fuck out of it. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the problem with free trial, because we're not getting free trial clients. Just for context, we're not getting a free trial client. But here's the problem when you get free trial clients, is simply put, you usually work with lower quality people. And what does that mean? Well, if you work with lower quality people, they're not as good and they're not as committed. Which, what does that do to your service? Unless you are literally closing for them, it means that they won't care as much about the leads you get them. Which, 1, they already suck at selling them more, and 2, they're not as committed as you are, and so literally your service will start to suffer more because of the clients you work with. You see, the X factor in your service delivery usually isn't your service delivery. It's the type of person you work with. Because how come you can work with some people and the service goes great, but other people goes bad? Well, it's because the X factor, more often than not, can be your clients. What is the speed to lead? What is their closing percent? What is their sales process? What is their onboarding process? What does their service and fulfillment look like? There's like all these X factors that you can't control that makes your service look worse when it's not even your fault. And so we want to make sure that we work with a solid few people, so we know that when we build out these systems, if they suck, it's our fault. And if they do good, we build an amazing case study. And so that's the kind of concept that we're having right now. Is like, we want to sign on good people, right? Good people. And so that way we can actually, 1, help them more, because sad truth, the higher quality person, the more you can help them. Okay, it's a sad truth. It is what it is. The higher quality of the person, the better they are, the more you're able to help them, right? It's why I don't even want to say that, but it's a sad truth that some people got to swallow. Okay, it's a pill someone got to swallow, that the people who are better, they're just easier to help, and you can, as a result, make more money because you can help them more to a greater extent. Therefore, you will get paid more. Alrighty, but that's a totally different discussion. But that is like the thought process. That is like inside my mind, scaling a fucking business to 7 figures. That is inside my mind, live in action. Like, this is currently what we are doing day to day, every single day, scaling this thing. I'm posting vlogs, I'm posting content, I'm documenting the entire process, I'm sharing with you every little thing. And yeah, for sales process, we have a 2-call close system in place right now. So 2-call closing, pretty simple. The reason for that is because, well, 1, like I said, we only work with certain types of people, so it allows us to qualify people without wasting time. And then 2, when you're trying to sell a big offer, right, especially something as big as a growth partner and like partnering up with somebody, you need a bit more, we'll say, nurturing and indoctrination. And so you need to chat with them more than less. And so therefore, the more touch points we have, the more trust that that they'll have in us and the more they'll know us. Therefore, when it comes time to close, it should be easier than just trying to do a one call close, especially straight from a cold call. One call closing on a big offer from a cold call is definitely doable. It's just a lot more difficult, especially if you have zero content and you are just a speck of energy in the universe, right? When you're technically nothing. And so that's the thought process we're having. Now, whether I'm right or not, I don't know. No clue. How should I know? Alrighty. But so be it. Well, we'll find out one way or another. You know, you got to learn your lessons. And so learning lessons is what makes you better. But I can say I have learned so many things over the past few weeks starting this business that I'm so glad that I've learned, because it has allowed me to just be a better entrepreneur, a better person, a better businessman. And I'm very thankful for all the lessons I've learned. And so anyways, that is a bit of behind the scenes on what we're doing. And so, like I said, you know, scaled an agency to 6 figures. It was cool and all, but you know, things change. It's time for bigger and better. And ultimately, you know, when I die, I want to be known for chasing my dreams, not being complacent and content with what I had. And so that's what we're trying to do here. And so whether I fail or die trying, you'll never know, or we will know. But as of right now, we're fucking trying. Alrighty. So there we go. I'm getting a phone call. Anyways, that is a bit of real talk. Okay, I thought that I would sit on here and chat with you guys, have some real talk with you all. I don't know if you guys like this or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you kind of like this type of content. If not, let me know what type of content you like, because I truly enjoy just sitting here chatting with you guys, sharing with you some of the lessons I've learned and my thought process behind things, and maybe you guys will do something differently. So anyways, I'm now going to get back to work because we got a fuck ton of stuff to do, because there's a lot of stuff still to be done. So I'm going to get back to work, and so should you, my friend, because we have big goals. And so in order to get to the big goals, we got to do big work. And that means we should stop watching YouTube and go do some work. So I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.